let's have more fun with this. Let's see here. Okay, it's always J. Okay. 80 to... Oh, that's a lot of... Well, that's a lot of champion points. Oh well. Let's get this started. Oh. And as an ice tank. Okay. Testing. Okay, let's try this now. A little loud. Okay, so I'm playing as a ice tank, necromancer. And the goal is to complete all of ESO's champion points here. Get all the champion points. That's including... Oh gosh. Here, that's also goofing what? Oh man. That's that. I gotta buy all these stupid houses still. I bought some of the houses, but you still have to walk into them to activate the achievement. Oh. That was bad. My bad. Okay. Let's see here. But if you want a lot of achievements and tank is best way to go at it.
Of the technique.
Help! Assassins in the palace! Help!
That's one of the Queen's attendants. Let's get inside.
Well, this is looking better already. Guess I'm going this way. And she's down.
Be strong, Svana.
Mother! No! No!
Oh, you broke out the window.
Svana, your father, the kingdom. Watch over.
Mother! No! You can't die! Mother!
Sire, the assassins might return. You must get to somewhere safe.
Have Yoren's lackeys come to gloat?
We came here to warn you, Your Highness.
And yet my wife lies dead.
If you had listened to us...
Like she did. If I determine Yoren had a hand in this, there will be war! Someone take care of my wife!
Father, please.
Gods, what a disaster. The Queen's been assassinated and Svargrim still refuses to listen to reason. We need to find a way to set things right. Good question. The guards should have been able to handle a run-of-the-mill assassin. This could be connected to the Ice Reach Coven. In fact, I'd wager my axe that it is. Look around. See if you can find any indication of how the assassin got in and out of the palace so easily. Maybe even turn up something that ties the murderer to the Coven. I'll make sure the princess is all right.
Okay. Oh.
There's always more to do.
Svana's taking this pretty hard. I suppose most daughters feel close to their mothers. Not that I'd know, I never knew my mother. Sorry, don't mind me. Did you find anything that might lead us to the assassin? We've seen these medallions before. On the Reachman near Kilcreath. And I saw them on the witches in Icereach. The assassin definitely seems to be in league with the Coven. But can we get Svargrim to believe that and accept the danger he's in?
Probably not.
Svargrim has every right to be angry. He watched his wife die right before his eyes. But he's the High King. He doesn't have the right to be stupid. Time to make Svargrim confront some hard truths. Come on, the Sword Thane led the king upstairs.
Yeah, you lead the way.
We need to see the High King.
I should think not. The High King is in mourning. He's not to be disturbed.
The Queen's wasn't the only life lost today. Now get out of our way.
Go right in.
Yeah, man.
Your Highness, please. Your kingdom is in grave danger. We have proof that the Coven threatening your kingdom is responsible for the Queen's death. Show him, partner.
Hold on. I go through here and check everything out here. Okay. Okay, this should be interesting. Hearing this thing's been having problems. Well. Souls. Really? Can we roll here? Heck. Yeah. Guess they made changes. Maybe I didn't break it. Here we go. Yeah, but I think it's bugged. And
We'll leave you to your grief, Your Highness.
weird.
Is it true? Mother told me you were working for her before she...
I'm sorry, Svana. I would have saved her if I could.
No.
My mother. She told me she gave the mighty Lyris Titanborn an important task. Tell me, what were you doing for my mother? Threat? What threat? And do you think this is why someone came into the palace and killed her? And did you tell my father all this? Is he rallying the soldiers? Alerting the other holds?
No, he's a dumbass.
My father sees Yoren's plots everywhere, even in his spicy venison stew. Well, I won't let my mother's death be for nothing. She trusted you, and so will I. My father be damned. Please, find whoever did this and stop them. I saw the assassin. He moved fast. Unbelievably fast. He leaped through the window after stabbing my mother. By that time, the guards had gathered, so I guess he decided to flee. Try to follow his trail. Someone outside must have seen something.
Come on, Princess.
Okay.
Let's get you somewhere safe.
Don't call me princess. Just Svana. There's nothing noble about me.
Okay, that works. Before I continue, better get this achievement because right now it's on sale. Yep. Vampire. And get that on there. Okay, so we'll level this up at once.
What do you want?
There's one down.
My wife, she is like ice. So cold, so pale. All the warmth sucked out of her. There was a commotion at the palace. Everyone was headed that way. Except one man. No, not a man. He wore an eye patch, but his face was bestial. He dragged her along like a bone between a dog's teeth. Then he tossed her aside, pale as snow. He was fast, so fast, ran toward the Hall of the Dead. He never even looked back at what he had done.
Interesting. Close.
Will you pray with me for these poor souls? Cut down and bound for the Hall of the Dead much too soon. It was a monster, a vampire. I have seen such creatures before, but this one wore an eye patch. It moved like a shadow and took sustenance from these poor souls. I called upon Arkay's grace, and the vampire fled before his sacred presence. Toward the main gate, I pray the guard finished off the depraved creature before it took another innocent life.
Well?
One guard dead.
You again? Didn't I warn you about putting your nose where it doesn't belong? A vampire? I don't know what you're talking about. But whoever it was tore out Senolia's throat and fled through the gate before I could stop him. What do you know about all this? And why is it any of your business? The Queen's dead? What about the High King? He'll have my head for letting the assassin slip away. Yeah. It's not like I opened the gate and let him slink off. The real problem's at the palace. No more questions. I've got to secure the gate and take care of poor Sonolia.
This is Svargrim's fault. He should have heeded us from the start. Damn Svargrim and his distrust of Yoren. How many more of his people have to die before he accepts the truth and lets us help him? Forget that for now. Tell me about the assassin. Did anyone get a good look at the murderer? That would explain the assassin's swiftness and ability to escape so easily. We knew the Ice Reach Coven had vampires on their side, but using them so blatantly. Anything else to report? Well then, time to fight fire with fire. They've got evil vampires, and we've got a friendly one. Let's find out exactly what your friend Fen knows about vampire clans in the area. Where did you tell me Fen was going again? Right, to research the ritual. Go find them and see what you can learn. I'll stay with Savannah. Bring her up to speed on everything we've uncovered. We're going to need her to get the High King to trust us. And I'm calling him.
Okay. Training. Need the kind of
Welcome to the middle of nowhere, my friend. You must be freezing. Warm yourself by the fire, and tell me how your audience with the High King went.
not so good.
A bold move, even for them. Old Mjolnir and I have been comparing notes, and we've made some progress studying the Harrowstorm ritual. What happened to your large friend with the axe, by the way? We knew that vampires were working with the Coven. And old Mjolnir and I can say with certainty that the feral Harrow Fiends are byproducts of Harrow Storms. You think the assassin was one of the vampires in league with the Coven?
Automatically?
An eye patch? That's uncommon. And this insignia, I've seen it before. It's the same as the symbol that decorates the urns smuggled out of Bankarai. If it belongs to a vampire bloodline, I'm not familiar with it. I suggest you ask Mjolnir.
Okay. Blue Crow.
Local wisdom dictates that only the very brave or the very foolish seek the counsel of vampires and old crones. Which are you, I wonder? Well, out with it. What can old Mjolnir do for you? A grim talisman. It bears an enchantment of some kind, though the symbol upon it holds no significance that I'm aware of. I can help find the owner of this medallion, but I need some specific items to cast such a divination.
Oh.
Bring me the bones of a wolf and a death bell plant pulled up by its roots. I need the plant alive. The wolf, not so much. With those reagents, I can conjure a divination that will lead you directly to the last person to wear this medallion. Death bell grows throughout the bog. You should have no trouble acquiring it. Wolves are plentiful in the wilderness around Morthal as well, but be cautious. Many seem afflicted by a strange curse. I would hate for you to run afoul of it. An icy rime clings to the wolves, sapping the heat and life from their bodies until only a frigid, shambling corpse remains. You are safe from them here, but be mindful out in the wild.
Okay. Yeah, that's still stuff. It'll be a while before that picks up speed. These are victims. Fire staff. Uh-oh, near those. Yeah, I get the numbers. Need that. Later. Achievement. Oh boy. Ooh. That's a lot. Okay.
Welcome back. Warm yourself by the fire, and tell me about the reagents I requested. Good, good. Divinations can be fickle. The longer we delay, the colder the trail grows. Let's see if we can catch the scent of your prey.
Okay.
Mother Wolf, hear me. We seek your blessing in our hunt. Lead us to our elusive quarry. Mother Wolf smiles upon you. She has seen fit to join your pack and aid you in your hunt. Mother Wolf has the scent and will lead you to your quarry. I have enchanted the medallion with a divination spell inextricably linked to its owner. Hold it to your nose and breathe deeply. It will guide you along his trail.
Okay.
Mother Wolf will guide you along the way, but you must still complete the hunt and find him. If the assassin eludes you, use the medallion to recover his trail. The wolf is relentless in her pursuit. The question is, will you be like the wolf?
And look! The magic points to the west. What an interesting use of primitive magic. That was clearly your vampire assassin. He even wore an eye patch. It looked like he was at a small camp. And you saw that ball of magicka? It went to the west. That must be where you'll find the camp. Didn't I tell you? The clever woman's magic can be quite exciting. Not my usual process of investigation, but effective just the same. I'll leave old Mjolnir to continue our research and follow after you. I want to see how the divination plays out.
Yeah. Some things that can kill for XP. Need that. Need her. I'll do that one. We need it.
He must have been... The assassin drained her of blood. Is it wrong to find these visions so intriguing? This one showed your assassin again, eye patch and all, by a cave near a waterfall. And the ball of magicka drifted toward the west again. I suggest we go that way as quickly as possible. There's nothing we can do for her. The vampire assassin drained all the blood from her body. He took his time with her, I think. Probably needed to recover his strength after the events at the palace. Let's get after him before the trail grows cold.
Yeah. Ooh. Yes, okay. Will help me.
The Chillwind depths. They aren't safe. Oh, traveler, you must turn.
Oh.
Oh, traveler, you must turn back. Chillwind depths. It's crawling with giant insects. I need to go inside and gather ingredients to heal my sister. But the things in there, they keep chasing me out. I'm a humble healer from Dragonbridge. My family, my brother, my sister, and I, we came to gather plants and other medicinal ingredients. Hedron wandered too close to this cave. That's when the Charis attacked her.
Interesting.
One of the giant insects I told you about. My brother needs to stay by Hedron's side. So, I'm trying to enter the cave. If I can gather a few special ingredients, I can make an elixir to heal my sister. Would you help me? Oh, thank you. I wasn't able to take
really
3
say
steps
no.
into the cave before something
Getting an
attacked me.
achievement.
I am a healer, and not very good in battle. We need to find a Chillwind mushroom, deep lichen, and an unfertilized Charis egg. Then, I can heal my sister.
Yeah, like a healer. Where is she? Fire heals everything. Okay, let's do this.
Yes. This is definitely the place in the vision. I'll slip past and scout ahead.
On the bear. What's this down here? More test. Interesting. Okay, interesting. Take care of my leg. Yeah.
I'll deal with you next time you fight.
Once again, I prove that I'm a scholar, not a warrior. I don't think he expected another vampire, though. I found the camp. Thought it was deserted, but the assassin must have been hiding in the shadows. He got the drop on me. It had more to do with your arrival than anything I did. Luckily, he left behind his belongings when he departed. I saw a map and some documents over there. Why don't you take a look while I deal with this wound?
Interesting.
I didn't get a good look at that before. Mind bringing it over? Let me take a look at what you found. The letters are both addressed to the vampire assassin. Hentok Korb. That's an unusual title. This one gives the order to assassinate the queen, where the language is guarded. The other talks about miners and a final ritual. Very ominous. It looks like a map to a mine in Carthald. It could be the one mentioned in the letter. If that's the target of another Harrowstorm ritual, we need to stop it. Head south to the mine. I'll get word to Lyris and have him meet you there. My particular habits aside, one of us needs to find the assassin, and the other needs to alert Lyris Titanborn. I can handle the latter. Besides, I have no intention entering Solitude. A courier should have no trouble picking Lyris out of a crowd.
Yeah. Okay, this is the beginning. Beat this other quest. This is a shortcut.
lichen. Giant insects love this stuff.
Bit of armor. Okay.
A chillwind mushroom. Ah, and a fine specimen at that. Good work.
There you go. Nothing to do right. No, I don't. Hey, we're back making up some potions.
The matriarch. That's everything. Meet me outside, and bring those ingredients so I can prepare the elixir.
Okay. Hey, we got an achievement. $80 to $100, maybe.
Quickly, traveler. Give me the ingredients so I can make the elixir for my sister. Chillwind mushroom, a patch of deep lichen, and an unfertilized charos egg. Perfect. With these, it's only a matter of time before Hedrin is as good as new. Thank you. Please, accept this humble gift along with my gratitude. You have done a great service for my family, Traveler. Now my sister has a child. I'll craft the curative and administer it to her as soon as possible.
Okay, you will. Ah. Be here. First things first, I need to get some armor. Gear. Oh, I did have some things. Head on me. Now we gotta go down this way. Okay.
Muffins, where are you?
What? Muffin?
Muffins! Come back!
Like muffins.
Oh, excuse me. Have you seen a mammoth with big adorable eyes stomping around anywhere? Her name is Muffins and I'm worried sick about her.
Type of muffin I was looking for, but okay.
Is that so strange? Yes, I do. I raised her from just a wee little thing. I can't imagine a life without her. Just one look at her sweet face and you'd understand. Oh, why did I think a fence would stop her? There you are, Muffins! Oh, my baby! I'm so relieved! Don't ever scare me like that again! Who's a good little mammoth? You are!
Okay.
Did you find some yummy plant stuff? We'll have some sweet rolls when we get home.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Not enough. When looking at my vampire skills, did it go up? Did it go up? I transformed it into. Oh, that takes up. Oh no. That's interesting.
As evil lairs go, I'm not impressed.
I'll take that as a good sign.
We think this old mine is where our assassin fled to? Good a place as any to bury him. The clever woman helped you track the Queen's assassin to his hideout in Chillwind Depths. He got away, but left behind evidence that the Coven's planning another Harrow Storm in this mine, and we're going to wreck those plans. I miss anything?
Nope, that's pretty much it.
Good. Less chance of them scurrying away if they think they have the advantage. I'm tired of chasing these rats through the shadows. Are you ready to end this? These tunnels better be dug on the large size.
That is true.
Scaffolding. Let's follow it down.
Careful. The structure doesn't appear to be completely stable.
Relax. It'll take more than a rickety structure to take down Lyra's Titanborn.
Actually, I was more concerned for my own well-being. But if you insist...
I think there's a cavern up ahead.
Ooh.
It's just like the old legends. Blackreach.
Blackreach. So the legends are true. But why is there a town down here?
This is impressive. And that's coming from someone who's been to Oblivion and back. I can't believe there's someone living down here. But at least it gives us a place to start looking. No, but all the evidence you found suggests he's down here somewhere. Let's go see what the miners can tell us. But be ready for anything. This place has ambush written all over it. Let's split up. Take a look around. Ask some questions. If the assassin passed through that ramshackle town, maybe someone saw him. Call out if you run into trouble, but don't make a move until we're all back together. We can cover more ground that way. And lone travelers are less conspicuous than a large group. Plus, if one of us gets into trouble, the others can come to the rescue. Just stay close to the town. We don't want to become totally separated down here.
Okay.
My research into Skyrim included the legends of Blackreach, of course. But I never expected to see it. It's massive. That letter you found in the assassin's hideout. It mentioned a mining consortium in the darkness below. Could this be the place?
Kind of figured it would be.
Right. If the assassin is part of a vampire clan working with the Coven, I couldn't imagine a better hiding place than this land of constant night. My guess is that most of the miners have no idea what they've gotten themselves into. You and Lyra should. It's our best lead for finding the assassin. But if the miners have even an inkling of vampire activity down here, my presence might confuse the issue. I'm sure I can find something to do while you investigate the town. I'll keep out of sight and check the surrounding area while you and Lyris investigate the town. Meet me on the far side of town when you're finished, and we'll compare notes. Most of the legends are superstitious nonsense. It was once supposedly ruled by the dwarves, though. If that's true, we'll see their ruins. There are also a lot of tales about monsters. Pale, feral humanoids, giant insects. Be on your guard.
This thing.
More traps. Did those two idiots set these things throughout all of Blackreach? Watch your step, stranger. A couple of so-called ghost hunters laid traps all over the place. They insist that it's to catch spirits, haunting the mines. They don't leave soon. The only thing they'll be catching is my boot to their backside. Blackreach isn't for the faint of heart. When we first came down here, we lost people to animal attacks. That's gotten better, but now everyone's spooked about a few missing miners. Most don't realize it's not uncommon for workers to wander off. No. My wife Elle hired them. She said they'd ease people's minds, but the hawkers are only making things worse. You look capable. If you could expose them for the charlatans they are, Elle would kick them out. What do you say? It's a paying job. The spirit-chasing fools are down in the settlement, likely setting more traps for people to trip over. Damn things covered one of my workers in paint and nearly took off his leg earlier. Shaw's bones. I wish my wife hadn't hired these idiots. Watch your back.
There's no end in sight.
You've done it, Claudina. Truly excellent work.
Phoebe, we have a visitor.
Ah, hello! You're rather strapping, aren't you? If you're here about the traps, there's no need to worry. Claudina fixed them right up. She's really quite good at this. I can almost guarantee that they won't trip anyone else today. Spirits, of course. Ideally, the ones that have been terrorizing these poor people. My mentor and I have been given the important responsibility of investigating the mysterious disappearances down here. We're supernatural specialists of a sort.
Interesting.
We're perilously close. Claudina has been doing this for years. She's practically an expert. I'm just her apprentice, but so far there hasn't been a case that we couldn't solve. Dusktown is in capable hands. Leave? But we're so close to figuring this out. If we just had a little more time, and maybe a set of extra hands? You look very clever. I'm sure if you joined us, we'd solve this in no time. Interested? Claudina would reward you, I'm sure. We identified a few spots with reported spiritual activity. Here, take Claudina's notes. The hope is that placing traps here will increase our chances of capturing an entity, and figuring out what happened to the missing miners. Exciting, right?
Phoebe convinced you to help us, did she? You have my thanks. But I hope you're prepared to work. This is a very serious responsibility. We owe it to these people to ease their fears. This is my life's work. I do not take it lightly.
What an exciting case! I simply must write down this new development.
Focus on the task at hand, Phoebe. There will be time for that later.
did you have any trouble setting up the traps? Great work. You're a natural. Have you ever considered making this your life's work? It's really quite rewarding, and you certainly have the aptitude for it. Anyway, I'm sure Elle will be relieved to hear that they're all set up now. Elle Bitterblade, the head of Dusktown. She hired us, though she's been understandably doubtful since her husband, Overseer Earlvar, kicked us out of the mines earlier. Maybe you could help smooth things over by telling her the traps are set up? Oh, thank you so much. Claudina and I are good with the spirit side of things, but we struggle with people. If you talk to Elle and assure her that we're doing everything we can, she'd probably feel better. She should be right outside the mines. Well, remember what I said earlier about the traps? We had an incident with the mine foreman, but he wasn't in any danger. We freed his leg easily and got all the paint off. We fixed the traps, but nonetheless, the mines are off limits to us now. Claudina, say more about your process. I want to capture everything in my notes.
Go bother someone else, Horker. If I don't finish this by the end of my shift, the Overseer will have my hide. What do I look like? The town crier? If the Overseer wanted us to be observant, he wouldn't have blindfolded us when he brought us here. You weren't? Up to this point, the Overseer and his wife have been extra careful about keeping the exact location of this mine and the mining town a secret. What makes you special, I wonder? Well, I haven't seen anyone like that. Now pick up a shovel and help me, or hork off. I can't afford to lose this job.
Keep your weapons sharp and close. You must be new to Dusktown. You've still got that look. Well, get settled in. You won't be allowed topside again until you complete your contract. So you might as well get comfortable. A prisoner? No. Why would you think that? But we did sign a contract. Promised to stay until the work was done and never breathe a word. Otherwise, being a bonded miner with the Bitterblade Mining Consortium is a lucrative opportunity. Can't say that I have. And I haven't seen any ghosts or monsters either, come to think of it. Even though the rest of the town can't stop talking about them. Anyway, welcome aboard and good mining. Oh, don't let the rumors scare you. Miners are a superstitious lot. And being this far underground can play havoc with your senses. If you need to know anything else about Dusktown or working for the Bitterblade Mining Consortium, just ask.
Interesting. There's Giant.
What a waste of time. These people have no clue as to what's going on down here. I wonder if being stupid was part of their service contract. Did you turn up anything? Just because no one saw him doesn't mean he wasn't here. Let's talk to Fen before we start turning this place inside out. Maybe he's had better luck. Right, skulking in the shadows. Lead the way. I'm right behind you.
Well?
Grumog, please. There's no need for alarm.
But Captain Agaron is missing now. Who will protect us?
We don't need protection. We're perfectly safe.
You're wrong. There's something evil haunting this place, and we're its next victims.
I hope this investigation wraps up quickly. There's work to be done. Are you another one of that woman's assistants? Look, when I hired those two, they assured me that they had things well in hand. But we've got another person missing, and my people are scrambling over themselves in their fear. My town guard, Captain Agron. He was last seen at the administrative offices, but then he didn't show up for his posting. He just up and vanished, same as the others. Possibly, but I wouldn't have taken Captain Agron for a deserter. If you're helping those ghost hunters, would you take a look in the offices? My people are scared. I'd like to have a working theory to give them, at least. Here, take my keys. They'll give you access. But please, keep your investigation out of the mines. After that incident this morning, Erlvar only wants workers down there. Best to keep everyone safe.
Okay.
This is the place, Claudina. The locals say Captain Agron disappeared from this very spot.
It's locked. We must find a way inside.
This place reminds me of my own adventuring days. My root brother, Tulizna, met his end in a cavern exactly like this one. Things lurk in the shadows here. Keep your teeth sharp.
Okay. Okay.
Oh good, you're just in time. We've hit a wall in the investigation. How did it go with Elle? Oh, great! That's wonderful! Now we don't have to find another way inside. I keep telling Claudina you're a natural. You've just taken to all of this so splendidly. I'm thrilled you get to participate in the ceremony. I envy you, getting to experience it for the first time. Basically, if Captain Agron disappeared here, there might be some kind of spiritual residue left over from whatever took place. We need to conduct a ritual to try and harness it. Here, you take the spirit summoning whistle. When I spread the salts, you blow it. And if there are any spirits remaining in the area, the tone will force them out of hiding. It varies by situation, but I've seen it work well over a dozen times. Some spirits find it more annoying than anything, but others are very susceptible to the sound. There are few supernatural beings that can ignore it, however. And here is powerful. Don't you think, Claudina? We're onto something. All right, here go the smelling salts. Get ready with the whistle. Do you hear that? It's coming from upstairs.
Slow down, Phoebe. Be vigilant, not hurried.
Did you see that basket move?
I can't seem to get ahead here.
A spirit!
Phoebe, wait. What have I told you about jumping to conclusions?
Or something. Paper.
You'll have to forgive Phoebe. She's still young, and for all her scholarly knowledge, she's prone to startling at the slightest provocation. Did you find anything worthwhile? Let me see that. This is from Erlvar, the mine overseer. Could it be mere coincidence that the town guard investigating the mystery of the miners just happens to be the next to go missing? I think not. There is something amiss here. I have some idea. There's one just below, tucked away in the back of the town. Phoebe may be indisposed for the moment, so I'm counting on you to join me. Keep her whistle on you. We may need it.
was all that screaming?
Elle! No worries here! All part of the process, I assure you!
Over here.
Over here! You're just in time. I spotted the vampire with the eye patch. He met with the Coven Witch, who immediately ordered her lackeys to place witch pikes around the area. With arcane phenomena, anything's possible. If we hurry, we can stop this Harrowstone before it causes any damage. You and Lyris should split up. We need to destroy all of the witch pikes. I'll track the Queen's assassin and the Coven Witch. You focus on stopping the Harrowstorm. I'll find you after that, and we'll confront the vampire and the witch together.
Move. You take the east side, I'll take the west. Then meet in the middle.
I'll get there.
I'm certain these are the caves mentioned in the letter. Use the spirit whistle here. What was that? It came from inside.
Agaron, no! Gods, no! Captain Agaron, he's... dead. How can he be dead? This wasn't supposed to happen. None of this was supposed to happen.
Not supposed to happen.
I don't know. I was supposed to meet Captain Agron, but as I passed the caves, I heard a cry. I ran in to find him bleeding out. He died before I could ask what happened. Agron was a fine man. He didn't deserve this fate. This is unacceptable. No, I didn't. You two need to leave. Stop investigating this. Gather your assistant, pack your things, and get out of Blackreach. This is getting far too dangerous, and I don't want to see anyone else get hurt. Please. We're wasting time. Just go.
We need to talk. I feel Overseer Erlvar knows more than he told us. The last thing we should do is heed his advice to quit now. That I do not know, but he seems to be increasingly agitated as we continue to investigate. I may deal in spirits more often than I deal with the living, but I know when I'm being led by the nose. He's hiding something. Let's find out what. Captain Agaron's wounds are fresh, which means the culprit can't have gone far. We didn't see anything on our way in, so whatever attacked him must have leapt through the other side of the cave. We should see if we can pick up its trail. Come, it can't have gone far. Look! Whatever killed Captain Agaron must have triggered one of our traps. There's footprints.
Can't you see I'm busy?
Curious. Spirits don't use trap doors. Be one with the shadows. We cannot afford to be seen. A strange mist. Follow it.
Emperor.
It's Urvar. Stay low.
Broick, killing Captain Agron was not part of our deal.
I am a vampire, Urvar. I have needs. I made that clear when you hired me.
I hired you to protect my people. This was not what we agreed. You've taken it too far.
Who are you to reprimand me? You haven't seen too far. Just wait.
It's all beginning to make sense. Overseer Urvar employed a vampire to protect the mine. How dastardly. I believe that explains the missing miners quite succinctly. He must have given the vampire people in exchange for protection for the rest of his workers. But from what, I wonder? Not yet. Despite our ingenious detective work, right now it's still the Overseer's word against ours. And he's already given Elle reason to distrust us. What we need is definitive proof, then she'll have to listen. I believe the Overseer's office is just across the mine. We should investigate. Of course, we have to find a way in first. Perhaps you could pick the lock, or steal his key. I'm somewhat out of my element now. Excellent. You are truly the purveyor of justice Phoebe made you out to be. Just be careful. If we manage to get ourselves caught, we won't get the chance to prove anything.
My pickaxe isn't enough to keep the beasts of Blackreach away.
Are you trying to pick my pocket?
Thank you, G.
As if mining wasn't dangerous enough work. Now we're trying to do it in just about the scariest place ever.
Mark.
Tireless effort produces the greatest results.
I've seen enough spiders to last a lifetime down here.
What did you find? That look on your face. Tell me you found something. And explains what he was trying to protect his people from. It is not enough to simply turn this evidence over to El. I was hired to help this town. Spirits or no, I have a responsibility. We must stop this horror. The vampire seemed as though he was threatening Overseer Urvar at the end of their altercation. Perhaps he's planning some kind of retaliation.
Well, someone's out there having fun.
That look on your face, and explains what he was trying to protect his people from. It is not enough. The vampire seemed as though he was threatening Overseer Urvar at the end of their altercation. Perhaps he's planning some kind of retaliation. If so, there's a chance we could catch him in the act if we find him. We need to investigate the mines. There has to be a clue that will point us in the direction of that monster. Let's leave here. Dusktown needs us.
Did you actually think you could get away with that?
A body? This has to be the vampire's doing. I bet he didn't stop at one. Look for more.
The deeper we mine into this place, the more darkness we're gonna dig up.
So many have gone missing. I wonder who will be next.
I hate the chill
I
that
hate
comes
looking
from
over my
this damn
shoulder
place.
for everything and barely get any work done.
The vampire. Follow him, but stay out of sight.
Get that on. Hungry. Okay. Achiemen Hotel.
We've got a criminal here! Fetch the manacles!
its mechanics.
I'm worried about Reva. Not like her to go wandering off.
The fiend. We have to stop him.
Tired of living down here. I feel like I can't breathe.
Curse him! We'll never be able to catch him like this. How do we apprehend a man who can vanish into thin air right before our eyes? Vampires do not obey the same laws as specters and ghosts. My tools would be useless against him. Unless... Phoebe's whistle. Do you still have it? It's designed to emit a tone that's unsavory to immortal creatures. Perhaps it will disturb him. It's impossible to say without evidence. But it wasn't made specifically with spirits in mind, so there is a chance. Go on, try it. This is...
My head!
There he goes. Follow him. More bodies. He's leaving a trail.
That's kind of the point.
Come. He's not getting away.
You'll die like all the rest.
We have our proof. Let us return to Dusktown.
This is ridiculous. You can't waltz in here and accuse me of such a thing.
My husband would never do something so insane. I don't suppose you have any proof?
Proof? What proof could they possibly have?
You and your associates accuse my husband of outrageous actions. Making deals with monsters? Murder? I hope you have a damn good reason. Let me see that. Donors? But I don't understand. You can't mean... Erlvar was feeding innocent miners to a vampire in order to keep everyone safe? How could this happen? How could I not have known? These were my people! The fact that he realized he was in over his head doesn't excuse the abhorrent decision in the first place. This is sickening. We both want to protect our people, but to think he'd resort to something so barbaric. You're right. We would have been left to wonder and kept losing people were it not for you and those two over there. Just tell me one thing. Did you kill the vampire responsible? Good. Good. At least there's that. Erlvar, you foolish man. What have you done?
Another case solved. Though we weren't dealing in spirits today, I have no doubt you'd make a fine ghost hunter. You have a natural talent for investigation. Elle has my sympathy. It is not easy to condemn someone you love. She is strong. She will be fine. Anyway, it was an honor to work with you. If you ever find yourself tangled in the world of spirits again, I do hope you'll seek us out. Here, take this for your... You know, I think Phoebe looks up to you. You've become a point of inspiration for her. I know we both hope our paths cross again.
Goodbye. Okay. Armor. Oh, I gotta go.
I did what was needed. You should be thanking me.
Erlvar, you fool! All this time, the Overseer was working with a vampire. I knew there was something unpleasant about him.
All those people disappeared, and the Overseer was behind it all along? That's terrible.
Okay, what the hell is that? Yeah.
I have a powerful thirst, and you're keeping me from my drink. Pay up. You did good, Pop.
There it is.
You stopped the Harrowstorm before it could even get started. Now to deal with the vampire and the witch. Well done, my friend. Before the witch could even begin her ritual, I saw the magicka disappear like the flame of a snuffed candle. The witch and the vampire assassin fled to Coggentham's, a dwarven ruin. We can deal with them in there. Time is of the essence. You get to the ruin, I'll find Lyris and we'll meet you there. It's southeast of Dusktown. If you get there before us, go inside and guard the entrance until we arrive.
Interesting. Go back. Okay.
We're here. Let's find this assassin.
Careful. I sense the presence of other vampires.
Well, that's why we're here. To kill them, you know.
Harrow fiends. Not the result of the ritual they sought. So they must have brought them from someplace else.
That's the assassin. Chase? I kept you busy long enough. Sister Sada shall revive the Exarchs.
for Queen Gertrude, you bastard.
Now we need to find Sister Tharda.
In here. Staff has to get up. It doesn't.
You listen in. I'll unlock the door.
Rise, Exarch, and be reborn!
Singalis, where is this place?
The Ashen Lord commands it, and so we live once more, Orfra.
Alive again? How?
You have the Ice Reach Coven to thank for that, werewolf.
Using my recipes, witch.
I meant no disrespect to Exarch Singalis.
We're being watched, brother.
Next time, Tharda the Ashen Lord will expect more than the restoration of a single reliquary. Now deal with the intruders, or I'll toss you to the Harrow Fiends.
Come out, little skeevers. Come out and play with Sister Tharda.
How many of your sisters am I gonna have to kill before you give up?
All of them. Yep.
Is it you who's killed my dear sisters? Our vengeance will plague you beyond the grave.
One more witch for the pyre. Let's go after the other two.
Oops. Okay.
Damn, we lost them.
You saw it too, right? That werewolf shed that statue like a snake sheds its skin. Was she inside that stone husk the whole time, waiting to be awakened? Or did the ritual somehow summon her into that vessel? There's a lot I still don't understand. A ritual, obviously. Remember the altar at Kilcreath? We found the urn, the reliquary, and shards from a large stone vessel. I think they were the remains of one of those stone husks. I'm not sure how, but it all ties back to the Harrowstorms.
Interesting.
I thought the purpose of the Harrowstorms were to create Harrow Fiends, but now I think that's only a byproduct. The storm somehow gathered energy that the witch used to summon Ulfra the werewolf. Ulfra seems to think she was brought back to life. I've come to the conclusion that anything is possible where magic is concerned. I'm going to look around with Lyris, then return to Old Mjolnir to finish studying the witchpike residue. Maybe that will help me understand how the ritual works.
Damn it! The vampire and the werewolf are long gone. They call themselves Singalis and Ulfra, and they had an unusual rank or title, Exarch. I wonder what that means. Yeah, I heard. No idea who or what that is, though. Maybe Fen can make sense of what we saw down here. In the meantime, I'm gonna head back inside. I want to get a better look at those stone husks that were left behind. While Fen and I examine that ritual site more closely, you should return to Solitude and inform Svanna that her mother's assassin has been taken care of. She'd want to know. More than that, she deserves to know. I left Svanna back at the Lonely Troll under the care of that drunken orc Mog. Unless he ignored my rather stern warnings, he should be keeping the princess there. I'll meet you back in the city once we finish here.
I'm getting stuff leveled up. Was
Hold on. Corpse, eh? Well, call me. Yeah, so what? He was going to die sooner or later. I didn't make him take the job, so him being dumb don't make me guilty. Just give me my samples and move along. Judging by this...
Let me see. Yes.
Well, now I suppose you want to be paid. Judging by this bag, it looks like he died for nothing. Figures. Now I got to find a miner who actually knows how to prospect. Well, I said I'd pay you, so here you are.
Yeah.
Walk off, pal. No time for useless chatter.
Shit. Now I gotta go back to the surface.
I need a break.
And this one out. hurt him. Okay.
Damn, another dead soldier and no sign of our supplies. This is the third caravan this month that never made it to Dragon Bridge. And the soldier I sent to look for it, dead! I'm at my wit's end! Troll's blood! The garrison's remaining reserves won't last a week without an influx of fresh supplies. Oh, we eventually find the wagons, ransacked, ruined, and no sign of the traders. All I can say for sure is that without a safe and constant supply line, the Dragon Bridge garrison will collapse, and that will leave the entire region in jeopardy. The garrison isn't at full strength. It's like Solitude has forgotten us. We haven't seen relief soldiers in quite some time. I need every remaining soldier to guard the town. You look capable. Are you willing to aid the garrison and earn some gold? Look for the missing caravan. See if you can determine what happened to it and who's to blame. I need to check on Ina, the caravan agent. She has a camp on the overlook, south of the bridge. Meet me there if you find any sign of the caravan.
Okay.
Good luck. Meet me at the overlook if you find anything.
Need the XP. Yeah. think you wanted me to find the camp and then go back and tell her, but...
The Mages Guild has an unofficial dog competition each year. We'll be at the Solitude Mages Guild next year, and I plan to bring my youngest pup, Wagner. I have high hopes for him.
Okay.
I don't seem to be making much progress.
One container. Okay.
The embers are still warm. Ah, over here. What did you find? Ina uses this camp to conduct business she prefers not to deal with in town. Whoever was here last certainly left in a hurry. Not exactly encouraging. Did you... Markarth Mead? Ina deals with the Reach from time to time, though usually indirectly. The arrow, however, it worries me. Only Reachmen use Druidak snow owl feathers to fletch their arrows. The Reachmen come from the Reach, in the southwestern part of Skyrim. We've been at odds with those barbarians off and on for generations. Would they raid our caravan? Most certainly. But discovering their presence this far north is disturbing. No, but Ina must have come through here. This entire outlook is more or less her domain. Ina's got little outposts scattered everywhere up here. Look around and see if you can find any indication of where she went next.
Yep. Oh.
Any luck? Did you find any sign of Ina? Let me see that. Ulang is Ina's right hand. She must have left this for him. Damn. She really is in trouble. You check on that camp she mentioned and see if you can find her. I'll prepare the garrison for whatever's coming. Oh, I'm not sure what to think. But if the Reachmen went to all the effort to get this far north, it's probably for more than just raiding caravans. Be careful. Once you find Ina, meet me back in Dragon Bridge.
Don't hurt him, or I'll... Hey, you! Untie me! That's better. Now, let's talk. Look, we don't have much time. These curs plan to destroy our bridge, and I just gave them exactly the information they need to do so. They have Ulang. They would have killed him if I didn't cooperate. I told them about the smuggling tunnels, the ones that lead to the cavern beneath the bridge's foundations. They plan to use explosives to bring down the bridge. The Reachman leader, Wound, is an alchemist. He created a powerful alchemical reagent. He's going to ignite the reagent and collapse the cavern. He's down there now, but there's still time. We need to warn Captain Hingrid. Good. The bridge is a symbol of Western Skyrim. It serves as both a vital thoroughfare and a monument to our people. I really don't want to see it destroyed because of my mistake. Find Captain Hingrid. She'll know what to do.
Okay.
Station sentries on both sides of the bridge. As many as you can.
Yes, Captain.
Report. What did you find at the waterfall camp? Did you locate Ina? Destroy the bridge? While we're standing right here? How do those rich idiots expect to get that close? Smuggler caves? Under my garrison? I'll deal with Ina later. Right now we need to act fast. Maybe we can flush the bastards out before they do whatever it is they're planning. I think... Wait, is that Ina?
Wait, there's a problem.
Ina! Care to explain the smuggler caves beneath my garrison?
I got back here as quickly as I could. The Reachman. I heard something troubling as I made my way out of the camp. It's not just the bridge that's in danger. The Reachmen intend to utilize the smuggler cave entrances to surround the town. They're going to attack the garrison. If the Reachmen can use explosives, so can we. Gather the kindle pitch and fire salts from the garrison barn. We can use that to make our own explosives and seal those entrances. Here, I'll mark the entrances on your map. Use the fire salts and kindle pitch at each location. Then find the main entrance to the smuggler caves behind the waterfall. Seal the side entrances, then go stop Wound. And save Ulang too. I need him.
If we survive this, Ina, we are going to have a very long talk.
Whatever you say, Captain.
I'll be at this a while.
That's two.
Hey, get me out of here. You don't look like these Tusking Reach bastards. I assume that means you're here to rescue me. I knew Ina wouldn't give up on me. What'd I ever do to deserve her? These skinny weaklings are setting up explosives farther in the cave. I hurt my arm, or else I'd help. I can make my way out of here by myself, but you have to stop them.
Yep.
Thanks. I won't forget this. Now untie me so I can get my sorry hide out of here.
These days, Voon will blow himself up, and us with him. We will make them fear the Reach.
I can't break this guy's build.
The smugglers were resourceful, at least.
these days Foon will blow himself up, and us with him. Foon can dissolve stone. He is capable of anything. Enough! How dare you interfere with our plans?
Okay.
You will fall just as easily as the bridge above.
There she is.
The Reach will be victorious! No! The bridge must fall! It must! Have no idea what's coming. We will make them fear the Reach.
dead. And yours?
The same. That seems to be all of them for now.
It's good to see you, my friend. I feared the worst when the Richmen started pouring out of the cave. Since you're here and the bridge is still standing, I assume your mission was a success? Excellent. Hopefully after all this trouble we can convince Solitude to make our lives a little easier. Thank you, friend. Your actions likely saved the Western Holds. I promise you, your triumph will not go unsung. An intricate plot by the Richmen. This doesn't bode well for Western Skyrim. I need to warn Solitude. After this, they have to provide the support we were promised long ago. For their own sake, if not for ours. Everyone all right? Did we lose anyone?
Ulang's arm! I told him not to.
I'm fine, Ina. Really.
We'll get him healed up. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to get off this thing.
Never trust a Reachman. That's what I always say. Or, at least that's what I say now. I swear to you, this won't happen again. I'll deal with more trustworthy sources from now on. And thank you for saving Uling. I'd be lost without the old elf.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's get out of here. Ways to go. And this quest. Call it a day. Ooh. And some new staff. I'll just camp over this stuff.
Do I even dare hope you have another supplier? Or shall I savor this drink?
I thought I might do business with
pride
a
in
few
your
trolls,
wellness,
actually.
They're all
They
talkative.
have excellent meat.
Interested?
I need to sell stuff.
If you came for crafting certification, I can assist you.
Okay. I got you. There we go. We got another achievement. 25. Boy, this is slow. Oh, but it's still fun. Gold.
What do you want?
Enjoying.
Ah, my colleague.
Dragon. Okay.
Good thing I never complain.
Finally! Waiting in a tavern without a drink is maddening. How do other people do it? And Mog hasn't been helpful. His solution to every problem involves a great amount of alcohol. What news of the bastard who murdered my mother? Did you find him? I would have preferred to see him dragged back here for a proper trial and execution. But at least justice has been served. Were you able to determine who was behind the murder? Was it connected to the threat you came to warn my father about? Damn those Breach Witches! And damn my father for being so obstinate! But what does the Coven want? Are they planning to kill my father? What else can you tell me about this threat to our kingdom? That's horrible. But there must be more to this than simply turning my people into monsters. Well, I'll do what I can to help you. Mother would have wanted me to. What you've done and discovered will be enough to convince my father. It has to be. You and Lyris risked your lives for my kingdom and have been met with nothing but suspicion. You counted on my mother to be your advocate, to convince my father of the Coven's threat. Now she's gone. I'm no substitute, but I'll speak for you. My father hasn't heard a word I've said since I was old enough to talk. But with Mother gone, someone has to make him see reason. You know, she tried to teach me, but I never listened. I guess maybe I'm more like my father than I care to admit. That makes it even more imperative that he heeds your warning and takes action. All of the holds are in danger. Hoffingar, Hjalmarch, Karthald. My father needs to do something before another storm strikes. Meet me at the Blue Palace, all right? I just need a moment to think about how to approach this. Consider the words to use. My courtly manners are a bit rusty, and I've never been much for diplomacy and fancy speeches. Shore's bones, I could use a drink.
Okay.
Wish me luck, Mog.
Forget luck. I suggest a slug of Kindle Pitch whiskey. You'll need it to stand up to your father.
Well, that's it for this video. Take care, stay safe. Hope to see you guys soon.